Mr. Purushottam, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Is my voice is audible?
Hello. Yeah, yes, sir, yes.
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. Very good morning to one and all present here. Thank you for joining with us. Myself, M. Karthikirajan, Associate Professor from Department of Mechanical Engineering in Gojan School of Business and Technology. So we, the Mechanical Engineering Department of Gojan Business and Technologies, very much pleasure to join with you all. Before going to the presentation, I want to play a video about our prestigious institute. Please.
A place to rise my knowledge, a place to learn,
a place to experiment,
a place to discover,
a place to pick my future.
Gojan School of Business and Technology, a place to choose.
Okay, thank you for your patience. And it's my privilege to invite you, Mr. Purushottam and Kripakaran sir, for today's presentation. First of all, I would like to introduce today's presenter to all the participants. He is a corporate and sales trainer, placement facilitator, NLP master coach and practitioner. Here NLP means a neuro linguistic program, and also hypnosis master and practitioner, proactive coaching, accelerating coaching, peak performance coaching, soft skills, and life skill trainer. So wow, he is doing so many roles. Nice, sir.
Thank you.
He has overall experience around 7 years in various industries and education institutes. He is expertise in communication skills, voice and accent, leadership, managerial development, selling techniques, customer relations, presentation skills, interview skills. So I hope all these skills are essential for our students.
Definitely.
And he is graduated from Sriram Engineering College, affiliated to Anna University. He has completed his engineering in a EEE branch. And apart from that, he had so many certified courses. The highlights are he is Cambridge certified from British Council, as well as around 4 to 5 certified courses from NLP Academy. Welcome, sir. I'm pleasure to welcome you. This day is going to be a very informative session for us. I extend my warm welcome to our respected management members, principal, HODs, and staff members. And also, I welcome all participants from various institutions and our beloved students. I hope this day would be very successful for all us. And I don't want to eat much time for welcoming all. So now I want to hand over the session to our honorable speaker, Mr. Purushottam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for a wonderful intro. Hello everyone. Very thanks. I'm really thankful for you guys to come for this session. So as I said, my name is Purushottam Prabhakaran, and most of my introduction session was, thankfully done by Mr. Karthikeyan sir, so that we can dive into our today's topic. Um, Before that, before getting into this topic, the topic for the day is what makes you you. So this is what we are going to say. And before that, I wanted to extend my gratitude and thanks to Gojin College for inviting me for this wonderful presentation. So it's gonna be like next to 40 to 45 minutes of session, and this is actually a 2 to 3 day session. Like But in order to reduce it into small, like, I just trying to give you the juice of the essence of the content. So this content is very much important to all of us, because it's a universal concept. And today the content will be more like a knowledge, rather than and of course there are ways. There's nothing called as no way. So the base will be taught you a little later. So going to this presentation. Okay, I guess you can see the screen. Okay, before getting into the topic, what makes you you? Let me come up with a small story, a small interesting story. And guys, today I'm going to say a lot of, like updates. I mean, lot of stories. Stories in this case, like case studies in which myself, my colleagues, and my seniors have been, gone through. We had a lot of case studies during our course of counseling, and we have seen a lot of different cases as well. So, a lot of case studies will be shared today. And okay, before that, we'll start with a small story. There are two friends named Ram and Shyam. Ram and Shyam are really close friends. They come with a similar kind of background, and they are studying in the same class, same school. Their education, their training, everything is really equal, and in fact, they are uh, equally talented. But what happens, at the end of the college, like Ram is becoming too successful, and Sham is not too successful. Initially had a very struggling life. He tries to make his life more successful, but fortunately, unfortunately, wherever he go, he face a lot of struggles, obstacles, and lot of problems in coming by his way. By comparing himself with Ram, he started to doubt himself whether that he is having the right talent or right category, and slowly he started to ask himself whether he is really worthy enough to be a successful person. And slowly things start to ask, why am I becoming too failure, kind of a failure person? And he started to ask, what makes me me? Why am I this? So, in fact, this question is not only for Sham. Most of us have this question. In fact, I do have this kind of same similar kind of question. So I have seen a lot of failures, a lot of struggles, a lot of problems. And these problems, these struggles make me to seek or learn the knowledge. What is the reason why I'm here? And based on my, when you search, you will learn. Actually, that's a quote. And I also want to know, give you another quote. Knowledge is power. If the knowledge is right, you can change it into your power. So we'll discuss about this later. So searching gave me learning, and now I'm going to share my learning to you. So first, what makes you you? What exactly the reason of being you you? So I have coined up with this. Excuse me. I have come up with this term called 6 by 6. Like 6 into 6 is nothing but six experience in six stage of life. I repeat, it's six experience in six stage of your life. Okay. So I'm going to explain all stages one by one, and I'm going to give you the complete details of what these stages are. Stage one. Before introducing stage one, I'm going to share one of the case study. So here is a guy. He's really a smart guy. He's really a wonderful person. So, no, he's kind of person with Midas touch. தமிழ்ல வந்து தொட்டதெல்லாம் தங்கம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So, he's a such kind of person. Like whatever he do, he's number one. He was the number one student in his school. When he play cricket, he's the number one batsman. When he bowl, he's the number one bowler. Whenever he feels him exceptionally well. And in his college he was a top ranker, and in fact he is now working in America. He is working in one of the Fortune 500 in America. So he is very much settled, and people. But honestly speaking, he is not too talented as other people are. He's not too talented at all. But whatever he do, success comes to him automatically. So people started to have a doubt. He himself had this doubt when he started to compare himself with the other people. So what happened is, we started to. Is my voice clear? Guys, is my voice is clear? Can anyone chat in chat box? I mean, type in chat box. Thank you, sir. All right. So, he himself had this doubt, so we started to do a case study on him, and we started to decode his life, like where exactly, this kind of pattern started to happen to him. So what happened? We did little bit of research on him, and we also interviewed his parents. And fortunately, unfortunately, we found something really, really interesting, which really blew my mind. No, what happened is their parents had arranged marriage. Though arranged, they had very good understanding. But during the time of the union, okay, during the time of the union, during the beginning stage of the intimate relationship, they had this one thought. No, what is the thought is, what if my child, I mean my boy or girl, after his birth, he will become number one in everything. So as a parent, both of them had an one intention that the child should be the number one in his life. So with this intention, they joined, and because of this intention, it turned into the basic blueprint of the baby. Okay. அம்மாவும் அப்பாவும் ஒன்னா சேரும்போது அவங்க அம்மாவும் அப்பாவும் ஒன்னா சேரும்போது they came up with this intention that என்னோட குழந்தை நம்பர் ஒன் இன் எவ்ரிதிங்கா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஒரு இன்டென்ஷனால பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட் இன்டென்ஷன் திஸ் kid is become super successful and whatever it has is turned into a Midas touch. So it's like everything turns into gold. So the reason this is really, 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 really important. So no, probably a lot of people like no, we do have எதுக்காக பிறந்தோம், no, we just think that the actual region of living இந்த மாதிரி வந்து thoughts வந்து நமக்கு இருக்குதுன்னா it's mostly because our parents when they started the intimate relationship they might be joined only for the lust rather than having any particular kind of intent. Okay, so the intent plays very, very, very important role during the union of a couple. So if you are a person who is trying to planning for a marriage, or if you are a person who is having a relationship, or if you are a person even in a starting stage, like this knowledge would help you to bring a beautiful and wonderful child to this earth. So during the time of your union, you need to have a proper intention, and in the intention should be really strong, and you both the parents should have similar kind of intention. The best example is Tamil Nadu politician Mr. Karunanidhi. Like I'll say this in Tamil. லைக் வந்து கருணாநிதி கிட்ட போய் வந்து கேட்டாங்க, ஏன் ஸ்டாலின் வந்து ரொம்ப ஆக்டிவா இருக்காங்க அண்ட் வந்து அழகிரி வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு ஆக்டிவா இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டப்போ, ஸோ கருணாநிதி said that வந்து ஸ்டாலின் நான் வந்து போராட்டத்துல இருக்கும்போது ஐ திங்க் வந்து he was doing this railway track போராட்டம் அந்த ஆல் ஸ்டாஃப், நான் போராட்டத்துல இருக்கும்போது வந்து ஸ்டாலின் பிறந்தான் அண்ட் வந்து நான் நல்லா செட்டில் ஆயிட்ட பேருக்கு வந்து அழகிரி பிறந்தாங்க. ஸோ இந்த காரணத்தினால தான் ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே வந்து they are having a different kind of political personality. So the intent is really important. Okay, if you are too successful person, this might be the reason. If you are a person who doesn't know, if everything is blank, probably this might all be a reason. So stage one is the union. Okay, this is in the past. In the future, you can correct yourself. If you want a beautiful baby, only thing is you just need to have proper communication with your partner, and during that intention itself will be too powerful and turn into a successful producing a successful child into the world. So this is stage one. And stage two, before going to stage two, this stage two is very well known to everyone. In fact, lot of movies, lot of things have been happened based on the stage two. So stage two, the stage two is happening inside your mom's home. Okay, probably during the second or third month, the child starts to produce, the limbs are being produced at the same time the brains also has been produced, and this is the stage where the actual life of the child start to happen. Okay, and no, the once no, the every parts have been no growing. Like though the child will be closing his eyes, but it can experience everything around it. The child can experience everything around it. In this part, the kind of experience the child face plays very important. So for this, let me come up with another case study. So this is a kind of a tragic case study. Like we came across this case where there was this person, no, from he's having really a bad childhood. Okay, it's not because of his parent or it's not because of he's bullied or something. So what happened is, from his home, when he goes to school, he need to cross a graveyard. So whenever he needs to cross the graveyard, this guy becomes too violent and he becomes too scary, and he started to show some kind of abnormal activities. It's not like abnormal activities, like he'll go really crazy, and because of him, his parents were forced to take him in a different route. And whenever full moon day comes, at the time of his 6 o'clock, when clock is 6 o'clock, he'll turn completely mad. At that time, his parents will used to tie his arms in the bed, and they'll just lock the door till the new moon vanishes. Till the காலையில எழுந்துக்கிற வரைக்கும் they will just lock him. This happens this happens for a very long time. They have been taking him to lot of medication, lot of hospitals, நிறைய விஷயத்துல வந்து they took him, but they couldn't be able to find exactly why the reason is. He doesn't have any health problem, he doesn't have any psychological problem, he doesn't have any any kind of no problem at all, but this happens on a regular basis. So when we try to decode, what we found is, when he was in his fourth or fifth month in his mom's home, so his dad took his mom to a movie called Woman. Probably you would have heard about it. This is ghost film. It's a thriller film, like and a lot of killings would be happening around in a graveyard. And in the climax, the incident happens in a full moon day. So what happened is, when his mom was watching this movie, she got really scared. She was, and this scary feeling. Okay, in NLP we call it as an anchoring. Whenever they associate some memory with some kind of incident, emotional memory, we would say. So she immediately had an anchoring of she will get fear whenever she's in graveyard, or whenever she sees a full moon. So என்னாச்சுன்னா, this feeling, this emotions turn into an experience, and this experience went into his womb, and it became a strong pattern to him. Okay, and this strong pattern turned into a no chaos in his during his part of life. It took a serious what do you say, like a lot of process to make him to come out of this kind of incident. So uh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so this made him to have a lot of chaos. And what happened is, when we found that, it helped us to make him to a normal person. The reason why I'm coming to say is, this stage 2 is literally very important. This becomes your blueprint. This becomes your basic blueprint of your life. This is the basic blueprint. Nearly 70 to 80% of your blueprint will be happening here. Whatever your mom and dad experiences, whatever kind of incidents they face, whatever the situation they are undergoing, whatever the emotional kind of experience they face, it turns into your life blueprint. So this plays very important role. In fact, our Indian culture, through Indian mythology, you have a lot of such stories. Probably you would have known about Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is Arjuna's son, and he is also Krishna's nephew. So during the time of Kurukshetra, Duryodhana will plan to attack Yudhishthira, and Abhimanyu was actually will be actually guarding Yudhishthira. So they would be forming a Chakra Yugan, and no one knows except for Krishna and Arjuna. No one knows how to break in and go. So Abhimanyu will say that, uncle, I know how to go inside. Let me go inside and let me fight. In meantime, if my mom and uncle comes back, please make them to help me out. And he would just he'll just break the chakra Vyuham. You go in, and of course he would face a most cruel, gruesome murder in Mahabharata, and that would be the turning point of the Kurukshetra itself. And similarly, you also know. And the reason why this happened is when he was in in his mom's home, Arjuna would will teach his mom how to break inside the chakra Vivinam. She'll be hearing how to enter inside, but she would go to sleep, and because of the sleep, Arjuna would not could will not able to explain how to come back. This turned into a basic blueprint for Abhimanyu, and that's the reason he got stuck there and he faced a murder. So the thing is, and of course, there is another such story called Prahladan. The famous character called Narad. Narad will say Namo Narayana when he was in his mother's womb, and because of that, the great Narasimha Avatar start to come. So, guys, I'm not exactly saying no, speaking about the religious stuff and all, but these religious stuff one few important things. So this is the reason why the pregnant ladies are given much importance. In fact, when you probably if you are a girl or if you are a boy who is going to get married, during the time of pregnancy, you need to make sure that mom and dad are really happy. They are surrounded in a proper and very good environment, because these environment and these experience become a basic blueprint for the child. So this plays a very important role. As a and honestly speaking, all the basic blueprints happens in this stage. This is a very important and very crucial stage, and this stage should be taken care. Okay, so this is stage two. Before going to stage three, let me say in another case study. I'm sorry, guys, you'll have a lot of case studies. Another case study. I want to share an experience about one of my close friends. She's a very good friend of mine. No, she have completed a diploma, and she is the number one. She's studying the number one college, and she's the number one student in her class. And after joining in companies, she become an outstanding performer. And from a career point of view, she's doing really great stuff. But when you take her personal life, in her personal life, she is complete chaos. She is completely messed up because her relationship with her mom and dad is not so good. No, she doesn't have a proper happy family thing, and she also has many failure relationships, and she faced lot of problems. So no, I was kind of messed up with the thought like how to decode and how to uh, find where the problem started. So when we started to decode her, we found some kind of a tragic story which happened. So what happened is, our parents had a very bad relationship. Once they had a huge fight, and his father started, to pick broomstick to beat her mom. In fact, he started to chase her to beat. And what happened during the time of chase? No, the pregnancy pain started to come, and soon in next few minutes she gave birth to her. And this time, during the time of birth, plays very important. Okay, during this birth time is very important, since the girl had this kind of experience during the birth. It turned into a pattern, and this pattern started to haunt her. Okay, so the stage 3 is time of your birth. நீங்க பிறக்கிற டைம்ல அந்த பிறக்கிற டைம்ல whatever experiences you face, it turns into your pattern. Okay, in fact வந்து this is more on an emotional pattern. அந்த பிறக்கிற டைம்ல if there was another boy. No, he's actually a child, and his parent came to me saying this child is really rude and arrogant, and whenever if he gets angry, he started to take no knife or all kind of rod or something like that. So what happened is, during the time of his birth, it's actually not a no natural delivery. It's actually a cesarean, and no, the first thing the child saw was the knife. I mean the kind of knife, the apparatus equipment the doctor uses, and that particular doctor was too kind of clumsy in handling this case. He was kind of arrogant and rude, and he pulled the baby in a more harsh manner, and because of this it turned into an basic blueprint for this child. Okay, the time of your birth plays very important role, and of course this is not completely in our control, but as a knowledge you need to know the time of the birth is really important. So this is stage 3, and now next we move on to stage 4. Stage 4, another case study. So, um, mostly every girls, not every girls, like most of the girls, I've done no counseling for a lot of girls, and lot of girls share this sentiment. Sir, I wish I could have been a boy. So, I have heard this kind of words from many girls. Similarly, there was this guy who always says, "I wish I could be a girl." Okay, he's not at all happy being a boy. He always feel no sad that no he's a boy, and he always feels that no நான் ஏன் வந்து பொண்ணா பிறந்திருக்க கூடாது. Why then I have not born as a girl? No, some kind of sentiments he always has. He got married, and because of this kind of his thought process, his marriage turned into a disaster. It turned into a complete disaster, and his wife was not happy with him, and we started to decode like the reason why he's having this kind of emotional belief. So when we decoded what happened is, he's actually a fourth child. No, he has three elder brother. His father badly wanted a girl, because he badly wanted a girl. Since all the three were boys, he badly, the final one, the fourth one, he wants a girl. But what happened during the time of his birth, when his father found that he's boy, he was not really happy, and he started to feel, he started to say, "Na ivana aana pondatana, acha ponna porakliya. Even he is a boy, why he is not a girl?" So when the child started to face this kind of welcoming, he started to feel that his life is, being a boy is not at all happy, and being a girl is happy. So how you welcome during the time of your birth? In fact, the first 6 hours plays very very important, very very crucial. And in fact, this first 6 hours will make you to feel that whether you are a lucky guy or an unlucky guy, whether you are a happy person or unhappy person, whether you are completely secure person or you are completely insecure person, because the way you welcome plays very important role. No, if your mom and dad were really happy and they started to show love towards the baby will be really happy. He or she will be always feel that I'm completely happy, I'm completely fulfilled. If at the same time, if the baby doesn't feel no, if it is not welcome, if parents had any kind of regret, it would definitely affect this baby. Though, so the next 6 hours plays very important role. How you are welcome, how you are welcome. Okay, based on this, the child will start to believe that whether he or she is lucky or unlucky. If you're a person who feels that you are completely lucky and people always loves you, if you have this kind of feeling, yes, this is how you are born. And if you're a person, if you feel that you are completely unlucky, no one loves me, people will leave me, if you have this kind of experience, and yes, this is how you are welcome. So how you welcome your baby and how you are welcome plays important role. So if you're a person who is going to no, in fact, I did a no kind of small counseling session to one of my friend. I guess like he had a difficult time during. He is going to deliver a child baby. So what I told is like during the time of birth, just welcome this baby with lot of positive thoughts and positive words. I'm sure everything will turn around. ஓகே. ஸோ அந்த குழந்தை பிறக்கும்போது நீ ராஜாவா பிறப்படா, நீ ராஜாவா இருப்படா, இல்லாட்டி வந்து ராணி மாதிரி இருப்ப, எல்லா எதுவுமே வந்து தாண்டி நீ வந்து ஒரு வெற்றியாளரா மாறுவ. யூ வில் பி a successful person. Whatever problem comes, you will break through the obstacles. When you try to give this kind of intense feeling towards the baby, of course the baby will turn into a wonderful person. So in fact, no, I would say மதிய விதியாய் விழலாம். sorry, vidai madiyal velalam. Like you can know, with the help of your knowledge you can win your faith. So this plays very important role. So how you got welcome plays very important role in feeling lucky, loved, and all the stuff. So this is stage 4. Now we are going to stage 5. And before going into stage 5, another story. This is one of my favorite story, and I have shared this story to a lot of people. So in fact, I have personally met him, and no, he's actually a cool guy. I simply love, spend time. He's a super senior to me. He's a more no, 10 or 15 years elder to me. But as a kid, I have known this guy, and no, he himself actually shared this experience. So what happened is, this guy is a really successful person, highly smart, very good in education, and no, during his 10th standard, no, during a 10th grade result, like the whole school were counting on him because no, because of his knowledge and the way he studied. But what happened during that time, when the 10, that was a time where no internet era. There is internetலாம் அவ்வளவா கிடையாது. So there is a paper called Malay Murasu. In fact, it is there now. No, in Malay Murasu, you will get the result. That is, you will get the past numbers, but you will not know the actual score and all. So Malay Murusu came, and no, in Malay Murusu he couldn't able to find his number. அவரோட அந்த நம்பரே பார்க்க முடியல. He thought that he got flunked in his 10th standard. He got really sad, and he started to feel, why the hell my life is like this. The moment you felt like that, he is getting a call from the school, and his dad picked the call and said that, son, the HM wants to speak to you. When he picked the call, the SM started to congratulate him. Hey, congratulations, my dear, you are the state first student, and I'm really happy and proud of you. And this guy turned into happy guy, and he was so started to enjoy it. Excuse me, guys, I'm having a little bit of dehydration. So what happened is, similarly, he faced the same kind of situation during his college entry. He was searching for all the big engineering colleges. Unfortunately, he couldn't able to, get one seat. And when he was facing like, why the hell my life is like this? So suddenly he got a college from the number one, engineering institution in Tamil Nadu. They called, and since he got a good score, they are giving him a free scholarship for all the 4 years. So he was overjoyed, overwhelmed with happiness. And this similar kind of pattern happens in all part of his life. Either his marriage or job or whatever thing is, he faces a similar kind of marriage. When we try to decode his life, what happened is, when he was somewhere around 4 to 5 years old, what happened is, the incident happened during the time of his elder brother's birthday. So he's a last kid, second and last kid. So during the time of birthday, it was they were bringing a huge creamy chocolate cake, and as soon as the child sees the cake, he got completely happy, and he was craving for having it. They kept in front of him, and they just blew the candle, and his brother started to cut the cake. The brother, the younger child wants the cake very badly, and he was very much desperate to have it. So what happened? They cut the cake, and instead of giving it to the child, they were giving it to everyone. And the depression, the desperation goes on. And one point, he thought that this cake is not going to come to me, and he felt that, why my life is like this. When he was, after eating like this, suddenly his parents brought a huge piece of cake with lot of cream, and the child started to become really happy. And at that time, it made a decision, and that time it made a feedback that, என் வாழ்க்கையில நான் தேடி போனேன்னா எனக்கு எதுவுமே கிடைக்காது. சே, அப்ப என் வாழ்க்கையை இப்ப இதெல்லாம் தலையில கை வைக்கும்போது எனக்கு எல்லாமே பெருசா அமையும். If I go and search for something, it will not be my no. I will not achieve it. When I say what the hell happening to me, and that is the time when I will receive many things, something really much bigger than what I'm looking for. So this turned into his pattern, and this happened in his life. This happened all throughout his life. So this is stage 2. I'm sorry. I mean, stage 5. This is the stage where next secondary blueprint happens. குழந்தை பிறந்து அந்த பிறந்துல இருந்து 6 வயசு வரைக்கும் Okay. Next for the next 6 years, the child is more like an theta state. We used to say it as an theta state where the child will be really alert and all kind of experience turn into a decision. So we call it a fundamental no, cyclic decision. So fundamental cyclic decision. In fact, in a movie called no, Chandramukhi, where the actor Rajinikanth would be explaining about the psychological problem what Jyotika faces during the time of childhood. Whatever movie she goes, she'll just act and she start to feel that that character is her. And it made into a decision, and this decision turned into a life. We call this a fundamental cyclic decision. So whatever decision you make in your first 6 years, this makes your secondary blueprint. என் வாழ்க்கை நிறைய பேர் ஈவன் ஒன் ஆஃப் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் யூஸ் டு சே நான் பாஸ் ஆக மாட்டேன் ஃபெயிலும் ஆக மாட்டேன் கரெக்டா வந்து அந்த 40 to 50 தான் எப்பவுமே இருப்பேன். Okay, because in this life, during time of his first 6 years, he made a decision that he'll be only an average guy, and throughout his life, he is only an average guy. Okay, so this first 6 years, how you grow, and know what kind of experience you face, and most importantly, what kind of decision you take. Based on this decision, your blueprint is being printed. Okay, the first 6 years, in fact, I know this is the area where no, you need to treat your child as a prince. Chanakya would have said that treat first 6 years as a prince. Okay, so make sure that you need to give a proper environment to the child, and child should always feel that he is happy and he is successful. And this is the stage where lot of good compliments have to be given to a child. A child should always feel that he's a lucky guy. Lot of positive compliments to be given to this child. So this first 6 years is very important because it turns into a secondary tertiary, and lot of his programs, nearly 80, like for 50 to 60% happens during the womb, and remaining 30 to 40% is happening during the first 6 years. So nearly 99, I'm 95 to 97%, all your basic blueprint, all your basic programming will be done in stage 5. Okay, so you need to in this stage you need to treat your child as a prince, and probably if you face any problem like if you find some kind of similar kind of pattern, same kind of people would have been come to you again and again, same kind of situation will be come to again and again. No, most of your life will be having the same kind of problem. Is because it happened during your first 6 years of your life. And no, the final stage 6 is what you learn in next 20, I mean 7 to 20 years. Next 13 years is a kind of knowledge, is a kind of skills you earn, and all this stuff. Probably at the age of 7 to 20, your brain, your cognitive skill will be in a maximum peak state, and during this peak state, your learning process will really start to flourish, and based on this, after completing your 20 years, nearly all your programs has been done. All the programs has been installed, and 22 till the end of your death, you'll be the person which you faced or you experienced during the first 20 years. So this is stage 6, and my dear friends, this is 6 by 6. So 6 experience in 6 stage of your life create your model, and this is the reason what makes you you. If you're a person wondering why I'm like this, and this could be a reason. So what you need to do is you need to just do small, no reels of yourself. You just need to, of course, during the time of womb and the intention during the family. I mean, parents' intention you cannot go and ask, and even during the time of your birth also is not also in your favor. But no, stage 5 and stage 6 can be easily changeable. And for this only we people like psychologists we are here. In fact, no, let me say my own story. Honestly speaking, I know uh, before being a trainer, my life was a complete mess. I'm a complete mess. In fact, I don't even know how to dress properly. I'm a lot of my colleagues used to criticize me, and I have seen a lot of failures, lot of things. No, I always felt that why it is happening to me, and I started to, as I said you before, I started to go and search for this knowledge, and because of this knowledge, I found something, some kind of tragic experience which I had in my life during the first 6 years. I grew up in new I mean sorry the joint family, and no, probably during the, of course, it's not their fault, but what happened is I didn't get kind of recognition which I wanted to have. In fact, there is a word called domai, which means you are a lazy bum. And they used to call me as a domai, and because of that I started to feel that I'm a really lazy guy, I'm completely useless, I'm completely scum back. So what happened? This identity turned into my life pattern, and throughout my life pattern, I was always a kind of a domain. Okay, I was always kind of a scumbag, and I'm a really a lazy ass. So though inside me I wanted to do something, I wanted to do something really good, but it will not never happen because this basic program turned is actually running me, and and this affected me in a very bad way. So what happened, by my knowledge of NLP and hypnosis? So I started to decode myself, and I changed my state and a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into those technical jargons because this would be not the right time. It's a huge person by itself. And with help of those techniques, I could change myself. And honestly speaking, the moment I become a trainer and moment I become a psychologist and moment I become a counselor, my life is really absolutely brilliant. The reason why I'm saying this is I'm not trying to boast myself, but the reason why I'm trying to say is if I can do it, you can also do it. If you're a person still wondering why such kind of activities or why such kind of uh, emotional patterns which often happening in right to time to time, I think counseling, no hypnosis and NLP. There's another technique called EFT would be a best answer. So, in fact, of course, if you go into deep meditation state, you yourself can change it. But no, like myself, I'm also a self learner. I try to search the answer by myself. If you start to search answer by yourself, you can go it. If you're not, even we persons like me or many hypnotherapists or will be really helpful to you. So this is my story, and as I said you before, if I can change, even you can change. Honestly speaking, during the time of engineering, I was still wondering that why the hell I joined engineering. Probably this is not the right place to say, but a lot of people can empathize my feelings. So you know what? I never felt that I'm engineering material at all. But honestly speaking, after being in turning into a trainer, I in fact trained a lot of top colleges in Tamil Nadu. Not only top colleges in Tamil Nadu, top colleges in India. In fact, my major aim was to do a training program in Anna University, and last 3 to 4 years I'm doing training Anna University students. And I never felt that I will be good enough to go and teach or train this kind of thing. The reason is you have only thing is you need to ready to change. If you have that no eagerness, if you have that hunger to change, definitely people like me, or if you are a self learner, you can change for yourself. So with this, I am done with my today's session. And guys, if you have any doubt, you can just put up in the chat box, and no, probably no, I would ready to clarify your doubts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I hope you have seen the our participants' feedback. So almost
All right.
everybody gave you this is a very useful session.
Thank you.
And I have one question, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
So you have told about emotional experience of baby during the time of birth.
Yes.
Can we relate with this astrology? Is it related to that, or?
I could yes and no. Okay, so I would say yes from a spiritual point of view. Okay, since it's an open forum, I'm not touching the spiritual aspects. Of course, there is a lot of astrological thing, but as a as a hypnotherapist, as a person who believes in science, I would say no. But no, if you honestly take me, no answer on a personal basis, yes, there are chances. Your previous birth sins would play an important factor. Even no, you might even ask about the cake issue. Probably அந்த குழந்தைக்கு வந்து அப்படியே ஸ்டார்டிங்கே அந்த கேக் குத்துருக்கலாம். This is where karma or lot of stuff happens. Of course, karma also plays an important role. But honestly speaking, no, God gives much power to you than your karma. If you start to feel that you have all the tendency, all the belief, no, change your life and make into a betterment. Even whatever the fate you have, it can be turned into your beauty. So that's why there is a saying, "Vidiyai madiyal velalam." If you have the right kind of knowledge, you can change your fate.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, come. Any more questions, sir?
Okay, we will wait for some time. And before
Sure,
that, I
sure.
want to express my feeling also. As a teacher, I know that while presenting a topic, while transferring our knowledge to some group of people, we have to always start from known thing to unknown things. We have to take the participants.
Yeah.
So this work you have wonderfully did, sir. Because
Uh-huh.
you have
Yeah.
take us from Kurukshetra to current politics, DMK, with lot of examples, case studies, stories. Your presentation was very lively, actually. There is no too technical and brainstorming things, and it is very lively and understandable and very good, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much for your compliment. Your compliment plays very important role. I really mean your compliment in a very much manner, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And guys, no, this is my contact details. Like you have my email ID, and this is my WhatsApp number and call. And on a further detail, if you need any doubts or if you want any clarification, in fact, you wanted to do some kind of basic blueprint changer, you can just let me know. I'll be really more than happy to help you out. So you can just make a note of it, and whenever you feel, you can just give me a call. I'll be really happy to help you. All right, sir. Any more questions, sir?
Yeah, there is a question pop up in your message box. Can you
Yes.
see that?
Yeah. I'm seeing it. Sir, thus there is difference of emotion in normal delivered and season. Yes, of course, there is difference. In fact, during the stage 3, like during the time of the will, there is something called four basket concept. For this, explaining this four basket concept, I need an separate session. So what happened is, தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன் நானு. Probably it will be easy for me to. ஒரு குழந்தை வந்து அந்த பிறக்கிற டைமுக்கு வந்து முன்னாடி வந்து 4 basket 4 stages வந்து it will undergo. So in stage 3, I'm just skipping the stage 1 and 2. In stage 3, the child will be in a struggling no position. அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு வெளியில வரதுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருக்கும். அந்த நேரத்துல வந்து சிசரின் பண்ணி நீங்க எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருக்க வாழ்க்கையை தன்னோட வாழ்க்கைன்னு வந்து நிர்ணயம் பண்ணிடும். ஸோ ஆனா நார்மல் டெலிவரி அப்போ அந்த குழந்தைய ஸ்ட்ரகிள் ஆகி வெளில வரும்போது அப்போ வந்து அந்த மூச்சு காத்து பார்க்கும்போது தானா வந்து அந்த சக்சஸ் கண்டதால அந்த குழந்தைய வந்து எனக்கு வந்து லைஃப் ஃபுல்லாவே நான் வந்து என்ன விதமான ப்ராப்ளம்னா நான் சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா வருவேங்க ஒரு எண்ணம் இருக்கும். அதனாலதான் வந்து நார்மல் டெலிவரிக்கு வந்து நிறைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கறது. There is a huge difference between cesarean baby and normal delivery baby. If the child himself comes out of from his mother home, he will definitely try to see success by his own, because his birth itself is a success. But during the time of cesarean, it's not the child tries to come out of it, it's the other people who is trying to come out of it. It turns into baby, and baby will be mostly try to மத்தவங்களை சார்ந்தாவே இருப்பாங்க. The baby will try to யாராச்சும் எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க, அம்மா அப்பா எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த மாதிரி எண்ணங்கள் வந்து வரதுக்கு வந்து நிறைய இது வந்து இந்த இருக்கும். அந்த சிசரின் டைம்ல லைக் வந்து அந்த கட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த கத்தி பார்க்கும் போதும் சரி, அங்க ஒரு டஃப்பான சுச்சுவேஷன் இருந்தாலும் இட் டர்ன் இன்டு பேபிஸ் பேட்டர்ன். So there is a vast difference in emotional state during the normal delivery and cesarean baby. Ma'am, Manjula ma'am, am I answered your question? Did I answer your question?
I hope, sir.
All right. So any more questions, sir?
As I told already, your session was very clear, so there is no questions, I think so.
All right. Fine then.
Okay, sir.
So is there anything else, sir, you want to stage up, or do you want me guys to do a small recap?
This is the
I'll
time
just,
to-
yes, sir.
so
Okay,
this-
I'll just do a small recap. Stage one, intent. The intent in which a couple join will create a basic belief system on a baby. Stage two. Stage two is your basic blueprint during the time of your stay in your mom's home. The kind of experience your mom and dad and the kind of situation in which the baby is growing under his mom plays very important role. Stage two. And stage three is your time of birth. At the time of birth, whether it's a cesarean or a normal delivery, and the kind of way the baby gets birth, it plays very important role. Stage four is how you are welcome. This part is really crucial. Even if you have missed this first three stage, when you use your brain at this stage with this knowledge, you can change a child's life itself. So this plays very important role. When you welcome your baby, when you welcome it most happiest way, the baby will surely have a wonderful thing. At the time of birth, the குழந்தை பிறந்த உடனே அந்த குழந்தைய தாய் வந்து தன்னோட நெஞ்சில வச்சு ஒரு 5-10 நிமிஷம் அந்த குழந்தைய வந்து தாளாத்தினாலே அந்த குழந்தை வந்து அவ்வளவு சந்தோஷமா ஃபீல் ஆகும். அட் தி சேம் டைம் தந்தையும் சேர்ந்து கட்டிப்பிடிச்சு இருந்தா ஷி ஆல்வேஸ் ஃபீல் த லவ் ஆஃப் ஹிஸ் பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஆல் த்ரூ ஹிஸ் லைஃப். யார் வந்தாலும் வரலனாலும் என் தாய் தந்தையோட அன்பு எனக்கு இருக்குங்கிற ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வந்து ரொம்பவே இருக்கும். ஸோ ஸ்டேஜ் ஃபோர், ஹவு யூ ஆர் வெல்கம் பிளேஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ரோல். ஸ்டேஜ் 5 இஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 6 இயர்ஸ். இந்த 6 வருஷத்துல வந்து என்னென்னலாம் வந்து நீங்க பெரும் பண்றீங்களோ அது எல்லாமே வந்து turn into a secondary blueprint. And stage 5 can be easily changed. The first stage till stage 4 is kind of a little bit of difficulty. Stage 5 you can change, and stage 6, yes, definitely you can change. No, from a psychologist point of view, stage 6 is really an cakewalk. But stage 5, yes, stage 5 and 6 is really changeable. Stage with this knowledge is power. With this knowledge, when you try to change, use apply it during your marriage and all those stuff, it will definitely help you out. Okay, I think I'm done with my recap as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So, anything else, sir?
Nothing, sir. So again, you proved that you are a good presenter by concluding the content.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so much, everyone, for being a wonderful participant. I really appreciate and hope I didn't bore you. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah.
All right.
So still some of the participants are sending some questions. So due to insufficient time, you please send these questions to his personal email ID. He will answer to you. And feedback link also will be sent to your email ID individually. So you please give your valuable feedback through the email. And now this is the time to express the gratitude. So on behalf of our mechanical engineering department, I extend a very hearty thanks to our honorable chairman and honorable chairperson and the vice chairman and management team members, principal, vice principal, director for giving us the opportunity to organize this event. Also, I must mention our deep sense of thanks to Mr. Purushothaman Kripagaran for inspiring us by his exemplary speech. Really, I mentioned this is an exemplary speech. Thank you so much, sir, for spending your valuable time. Also, I would like to extend a special thanks to our HOD and the webinar coordinators and all supporters. Without them, it is not possible really. And finally, we know no one program can become a successful without the valuable participants. So I extend my big thanks to all delegates, participants, making this event very successful with our patience. Thank you.
Thank you once again.